guys to come in and be able to switch everything. I think like Mono's a great perimeter defender, but I think that I might be a little better as far as guarding guards. And we ended up missing. We got a rebound, and it was in from there.
And you stayed in because he fouled out, and
Yeah.
you were there to get that rebound at the end. Walk us through getting that rebound.
I figured that they would put Omer on my side with me being a bigger person, but I guess they thought Harrison was going to be more of a problem, so that kind of benefited me. Had George, who was probably lighter than me, hit him with the move as the shot went up and got the rebound.
It looked like you were a little quicker, too.
Yeah, I got pretty quick feet. I think that's why they got me out there on the perimeter.
You think?
Yeah, for sure.
What was going through your head stepping to the line for those final 2 free throws?
Take us home. At the end of the day, it's not like it's a contested three that I have to shoot or a tough finish. It was 2 free ones.
Did you had a pressure free throw like that before?
No, I think that's the first. But free throw is a free throw in my eyes at the end of the day.
So in like 5 or 6 words, describe RJ today.
I can give you one. Unbelievable. I heard Marcus talking to, I want to say, one of the managers behind the bench, and they were saying that the record was 41. He had, I believe, 38 at the time. I'm like, yeah, he's for sure getting 41. And what did he finish with? 42, I want to say.
42.
Yeah, that's insane. He's been making history all year. That's, in my eyes, the best player in the nation.
Is it pretty amazing that a little dude like him, I say little dude figuratively, obviously, can carry a team for as long as he's carried you guys at times this year?
Yeah, I think so. He puts in the work, and I think that with his shooting capabilities, it's honestly really easy for him. If he gets any type of separation, it's more than likely good.
But did you feel like you guys maybe let the foot off the gas once he hit the career high there?
I wouldn't say we let off the gas. I would say that there was a bit of, lack of attention, as if like the game was over, like they were going to call a timeout or something, and they ended up getting a quick 3. I wouldn't believe.
Jae'Lyn, I guess, to this point, RJ has not only played all ACC caliber, he's played all American caliber. When you first kind of got here, did you anticipate, that just the extent to which he's been playing this year?
Yeah, I'd say so. I played against him last year, and he was pretty good. And this summer, he was in the gym almost as much as, or more than anybody, honestly, in my eyes. But I kind of seen it in the summer, even though it was just open gym. Like it was just the way that he was scoring was just effortless.
And then when you got here, was there anything in particular that you didn't know about him that kind of surprised you? Just when you first met him, when you first saw him playing, anything like that? As a teammate, considering that obviously you did play against him for a few years.
I would say he's a better finisher around the rim than he looks for his size. You would think that he wouldn't be able to finish as well, but he's pretty crafty around the basket.
Didn't you block him at the rim at the end of regulation 2 years ago?
Yeah, I still give him hell about that one. That's funny.
Let me take a step back. This is the time of year when your team has to be playing the best. You're going into the time where you got to be playing the best. Is Carolina playing his best now? And if they're not, what do you need to do to elevate coming into March?
I would say we haven't necessarily played our best all year. I think that our potential is honestly through the roof. I would say once we literally put it all together for 2 20-minute halves, I think that we're unbeatable in my eyes. But I would say our attention to detail in certain situations, or I don't know, maybe our focus. I guess that's really all you can say. Our focus at the end of the day. I think that could improve for sure.
Is that what Coach Davis? Is that what Coach Davis told you after y'all got in?
That was something that was mentioned for sure. Yeah, I think that. It definitely needed to improve, especially in that instance where RJ hit that tough shot, and then we got back on defense and had another one, and then the inbound passes, just small stuff like that with the pressure.
Here, you asked me best player of the year, not a doubt.
And you needed it.
We
you
needed
guys
it.
didn't really have maybe even a C- game for the most part, other than what he did shooting.
Right.
So you needed him to carry you tonight.
Right. We know what he can do offensively. He had an off night against Virginia. We knew that how RJ is. He's going to come back, confident guy. Does not worry about one for 14, whatever it was from last game. And we knew he was going to come out and shoot. And we trust him. And he had 42, 7 for 11 from 3. I think he hit like 4 threes in a row at one point. I mean, it was crazy.
Was there one of those shots, like the one from the logo or the one in that stretch of 4 that sticks out in your mind at all where you were like, oh, that's it, he's on?
When he hit 30 and he's like the little snatch back on Matthew, I was like, oh my God. Like, I was just smiling. I'm like, bro, you nice. Like, you're tough.
Now, I wanted to ask about one of his few misses. I think was a free throw with about 23 seconds there. You were able to, I think, either rebound or tip it out. Were you surprised at all when he missed that free throw late?
I mean, every great player misses some shots. I mean, nobody is 100% at the free throw line. I definitely, every time he misses anything, I'm kind of surprised, honestly. I mean, when he shoots the ball, I mean, I feel like everybody assumes it's going in, but, you know, we're taught to crash. Until I crash the board, he missed it, and let's tip it up.
Close game, and you were able to grab that Christian rebound. I saw you kind of like, yes, what was going through your mind there?
I mean, I had an off shooting night. I was just trying to help the team anywhere I could. You know, I couldn't make any threes. I couldn't make my floaters or any post-ups. You know, I was trying to hustle, get steals, and, you know, play good defense.
Harrison, big tip out to RJ.
Yes, sir.
Harrison, what changed in those last 4 minutes that allowed Miami to kind of get back in?
I think their pressure. I mean, I had a turnover late. I think someone else had a few other turnovers. You know, they're turning us over. We weren't being careful with the ball, and you know, they were trapping us. And we weren't coming back to help, and I feel like we just weren't. I mean, we work on this every day. We just weren't. I mean, we were just rattled.
How did guys kind of get through that? Because it's kind of reared its head, you know, the last month.
You know, it's tough. Usually, those games when the team goes on a run like that, often they come back and they win. Right now, I think that shows us we're tough. I mean, we had 2 guys miss back-to-back free throws. We get 2 offensive rebounds. You know, for us, it's just kind of what coach always says, whatever it takes. And, you know, we figure out a way to get the win, even though it was an ugly one.
Was that Jae'Lyn Withers you were reporting to there?
Jae'Lyn Withers, yeah.
I guess what were you kind of saying to him after those big 2
It's a big play. I mean, he didn't play the whole second half, come in, get an offensive rebound, and make both free throws. I mean, I couldn't do that. So, I mean, that was a big play.
Looking from afar, what was going through your head when, you know, all those free throws were being missed and when you see Jae'Lyn stuff like that?
I was like, come on, bro. And, like, make a free throw. Like, oh, my God, they shooting free throws like they're me or something. You know, I knew that everybody, you know, I mean, it was a bad night. I mean, it happens. It was a bad shooting night for the team. You know, RJ picked up the slack. So I scored.
You hit yours, you got a conventional three-point play. I said you hit yours, you got a conventional three-point play.
Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord.
Was there a point in the second half where you maybe guys got just watching RJ to see what he was going to do next?
You know, Coach Davis does a good job of, you know, well, kind of Miami does too. He's a good coach, Coach Larinaga, is that kind of what the NBA does is that whenever a play works, we're going to run it over and over again. And RJ was ISO. Like, RJ take the ball, like everything. Just give RJ the ball and just watch out. And let's see what he does.
I want to ask about rebounding. You and Bangkok combined for it looks like 22 rebounds. You guys right now are first and second in the ACC in conference play in rebound. Is that something that you're aware of?
No, I don't really pay attention to statistics personally. You know, I mean, now that you told me, I guess I know now. But, you know, every day, you know, we just try to do our best and figure out a way to win. And, you know, we know we're a smaller team. You know, we have 2 small guards and we have a shooting guard playing the 3 and I'm a small forward playing the 4. So we're kind of a smaller team that we're going to pick up that slack rebounding because teams are going to be bigger. They're going to try to crash. They're going to send all 5 guys to the glass. So, you know, just crash and get the rebounds.
Whenever Armando talks about you, he refers to you as Harry. Does anybody else call you Harry on the team?
I see, that didn't start until this whole team calls me Harry. I don't like it, but, you know, they call me Harry, so that's whatever. I've never been called Harry. I'm not a hairy guy. Like, I don't really have that much hair on my legs.
Does it sound kind of like a nerdy name?
It sounds nerdy and it sounds weird. Like, my name is Harrison.
Was he the first one?
Yeah, he called me Harry and everybody just started calling me Harry.
Because you don't like it, that's why they do it.
Probably, yeah.
That's why things are like. Did you guys have a little trouble getting up for this week after finally winning? I know you weren't here before, but the program finally winning at Virginia, and the way that playing them could take so much out of you. You had the quick turnaround, your club that's lost 6 straight.
Right.
Was it a little challenging getting up for this one as opposed to some other games?
I mean, I wouldn't say it was challenging. I would say that some games we have off shooting nights, and, you know, coming off a game against Virginia where it's a tough, physical, slow possession. I mean, at one point the game was like 4-16 with like 4 minutes left to go in Virginia, and then going from that to a team like Miami that plays fast paced like us, you know, it's a little bit different. But I feel like it was just an off shooting night. You know, I feel like I was getting the shots I normally get. I was just missing.
What do you think allowed?
Thank you.
What do you think allowed Miami to, you know, hit some shots from downtown? Obviously, some of them were tough shots, but, you know, on the night, I think they finished near 50%.
I think at the beginning of the game, the first 4 minutes, first 8 minutes, we let them get in the rhythm. And any good player, I mean, these are high-level D1 players. A lot of them could be NBA players, you know. When anybody gets in the rhythm, as you can see with people on our team like RJ, it doesn't really matter what you do at some point. There's in a rhythm, and you can't stop it. So I feel like in the first 8 minutes, we gave them easier shots, and then those shots that are considered difficult weren't really that difficult.
When you think back to the late game mistakes down there down the stretch and their comeback, was it anything that you hadn't seen before, or was it all stuff that you
It's also good practice. Like, I turnover late, so they threw the ball down the court. I don't know why I traveled, and then we had one where we threw the ball away. You know, it wasn't really anything execution-wise, and the coach, everything, we were doing exactly what coach said, but we were just making careless mistakes.
So
You kind of normal talk and normal prayer, and just came out hot. And I told myself, like, since I had a good first half, like, not to keep my foot off the gas, like, continue to stay on it. And I was aggressive, and the shots were falling, so it felt good. And it's all glory to God, and just how I just, my career has been going since freshman year to now, and just kind of staying down, waiting my turn, and for me to have a performance like that tonight, I mean, it just means the world to me.
Were you feeling some type of way at all from the performance in Charlottesville? I know you had a bad game or whatever.
Yeah.
And I know you wanted to bounce back from that.
I mean, 100%. I mean, it just, from the UVA game, the way I shot the ball wasn't, my best, probably like the worst offensively performance I've had this season. But one thing about me is I believe in myself, and I believe in my work. And coming to this game, I knew I was going to be good in terms of shooting the ball and just kind of get back into my groove a little bit and, kind of just, forget that game a little bit, have a short-term memory coming into this game, and that's what I did.
That stretch in the second half, you had 4 threes on 5 possessions, 3 minutes. What's it like in a stretch like that where the ball's just going in? Does that happen a lot, or is that something when in your career you feel like a moment like that?
I mean, I'm just locked in and just confident in myself and my shot. I mean, I'm also getting open. Like, my teammates do a good job of setting screens and finding me to make these shots. And once I get my groove like that, it feels like I can't miss. Man, for me, I feel like I could have had 50, but I missed free throws and whatnot. But I just felt good. And just the ball felt good. The shots felt good. So, I mean, just everything felt great tonight.
RJ, when you hit that last three, you turn around and Elliott's standing there at the scorer's table with his hands on his head. How cool was that moment with him and you?
No, it was cool just to see him jumping up and down. Like, I was just looking at the crowd at first, and I saw Elliott, so then my attention directed towards him. But like stuff like that, like you see Elliott jumping up and down as I make the three. I mean, just that excitement, that love, the chemistry of this team, and that's throughout everyone. I mean, they're rooting for each other. And after I hit that three, it it felt good. And I'm kind of speechless. And I don't think it hasn't hit me yet, what I've done tonight, but pretty sure it will when I get home.
Great. Did anyone tell you the last Tar Heel to hit 40?
They said, who was it?
Harrison Barnes.
Oh, damn.
2011 in overtime. The last one to do it in regulation was Hansbrough.
Oh, that's crazy. But I don't think it's been done, here, right?
Yeah.
It was highest most sports here?
Not in the
Yeah, that's crazy.
Grade school pop. Grade school pop.
Nostrils are getting.
Yeah,
nostrils are getting
I got a
stuck.
sensitive nose, so I always get nosebleeds, and I got hit, and then
Who hit you?
Jakai Robinson. Yeah, that's actually my dog. I actually know him from home, so yeah.
Grade school, Pop Warner. I mean, did you have junior high? Have you ever had a game like this?
I did in high school my senior year. I had 41. So this is like my new career high, especially doing college, which is like really difficult. This is crazy, and it's challenges, obstacles, and the defenses nowadays throwing a lot at me, different opponents, different defenders, and for me, just kind of stay aggressive and look for my shot and just to do it on the college level and the next level. That's elite right there.
Who was the game against when you scored 41 in high school? What year?
St. Raymond's my senior year. That was like my team and their team will always be like in the championship round. So, and that was like the main event game right there.
What about the offensive scheme was getting you good?
Well, attacking the basket, I think Miami did a good job of kind of just corralling Mondo a little bit. They try to double team him a lot, and one thing about Mondo, he's like he's an unselfish player, an unselfish teammate. So he did a good job of setting screens for me, but then also sealing under the basket for myself to get into the lane and finish. And I just did a good job of setting my man up when I come off of off-ball screens. I got a lot of floaters and mid-ranges and threes.
RJ, all year you've preached wanting to have a great senior year, to come back for games like this, for these moments. Did you envision this at the beginning of this year, the arena chanting your name, dropping career highs? Has it hit you? I mean, I envisioned the way the way I wanted to have, the year I wanted to have, and the way I've been playing, but I didn't envision the crowd chanting my name and whatnot. But I mean, I think that just all comes with just staying in the gym, staying down, waiting your turn, and staying confident. I definitely have
RJ Davis.
I definitely have an amazing career here from freshman year up to now. So just to see my progression throughout the years, and for me to have a great year in my senior year and kind of just speaking that into existence, I mean, it's happening for me. So I'm happy.
What was that locker room celebration like when you ran in?
It was great. I mean, they got me on the court. I mean, I'm soaking wet right now. I felt like I got hit with a bucket, but I mean, it was just fun. Just full of excitement and joy. they played like one of my favorite songs, and so we was lit. And I mean, they actually got me water in my eyes, so I couldn't even see. So, but it was straight though. It was good.
What's the song?
Bent. You probably wouldn't know what it is.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
RJ, a lot of signs after the game from fans, ACC Player of the Year.
Yeah.
You know that's circulating around. Just what do you think this game does for you in that conversation?
I mean, hopefully just withstands that with everyone's saying, and just with one thing about me is just I'm not gonna really pay too much attention to what's being said, and for me it's all about team and winning. And as long as we're doing that, I think everything else will be taken care of.